Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to another session in Creative Brush Studio. Today, I'm going to talk about the brush tool, an introduction to the brush tool. Now, when you come here, this is the brush tool. Now, the brush tool comes in various shapes and sizes and decorations, whatever. It helps designers to create an artistic feel in their work. Okay, so when I click on this brushes already here, it gives you the size and the hardness. Okay, talking about how it appears when you use the brush. Now, so this is the preview of the default brushes here. When you come to the gear icon, you see different kind of brushes. All depends on the kind of effect you want to create in your work. So let's say I come to um, assorted brushes. You click append or OK. It gives you the assorted options here. Now you can also decide to increase the thumbnail so that you can actually see how the brushes looks like and how and the options available for you. Now, for instance, you have downloaded your own brush and want to upload it, or you want a particular brush for your work. You come to the gear icon, you come to load brushes here, and then you look for where you downloaded your work. So I have mine here. I have the tone paper, the freelance Photoshop brushes. They depend on the work I wanted to do. So I load the tone paper, and the tone paper comes in here. All right, so that is how you can load a new brush in your work. Okay, so let me try some few example here in the brush tool so that you see how it works. So after selecting the brush you want to use, you come and then you start applying the brushes. Now, to increase the size of the brush, you can click here and then you drag the pixels here to increase it or decrease it. Also on the keyboard, you have the left square bracket to decrease the size of the brush, or the right square bracket to increase the size of the brush. Now you can see that the brush is taking the color of the foreground here. You can also click on it here and then choose the color that you want. All right, and that's how you can change the color. Or you can just come here and the pick to color picker. You can also pick the color that you want and then you use it. Now, some of the mistakes beginners make is to start painting on the any layer without checking whether it is got a background or not. See, because of this work is done on the background, I can't do anything to this. Okay, I can't make any changes to this, so it destroys the whole thing. So the advice that before you use any brush to make sure it is on its own layer, so it becomes very easy for you to take it out and then work around it. Okay, so let me go back, Alt Control and then Z several times, pressing the Z to go back to the beginning. So that means I have to create a new layer and then apply the brush on it. Now let me go for another kind of brush like the one I just uploaded. Okay, so I have the tone paper brush. Let me pick a color here, right? Good. So with this one on this layer, I can easily hold it, Control T, and then drag it as I want. You see, these other ones are moving alongside because they are on the same layer. All right, so let me create a new layer so that I can demonstrate what I want to show you here. So I'll go for the brush tool. Let me increase the size with the right square bracket. I've increased the size, and then that's it. All right, so that is what the brush tool here. Now when you come to the window, you see the brush tool panel. You have the brush tool and the brush with presets. So when you pick the brush, this is the brush. It shows you the different kind of brushes here. It is off because the brush tool is not selected. So when I click on it, you see the different kinds of brush and the effect that you want. Okay, so as I press on the left button and I drag it, I am painting. Okay, so I hold this one too. It gives the effect that you want. All right, so that is what the brush tool. Now when you come to the brush here, these are all effects. Okay, how you want the brush to appear. So I advise you to go play along with this one so you can learn more about the brush too. Don't worry, in our projects I will show you how I apply the brush tool. Okay, so The brush tool can also act as a container. When I say a container, let me demonstrate to you here. Let me pick this particular brush, the tone paper. All right. Okay, so let me do it again. Increase the size. All right, and I click. It acts as a container. You can put an image or whatever you want to put into this one. So let me quickly add an image, place embedded. Okay, so let me pick this nice beautiful patterns here. Okay, so I want this one, and then I clip mask it to the brush effect there. So that is it. I have click mask it to this one. So that is how the brush tool is. Thank you very much for following up in our tutorial today. Have a nice time.